David Henrie, how are you, my man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm so happy to be chilling with you.
This is fun. This is really fun. Good to be in your town.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Happy to have you. You have a lot going on, a lot of exciting things. Wait, did I just see you were traveling too, or was that a while ago?
Yes, I did a travel show in Italy.
Oh, my God, homeland.
Oh, you're Italian?
I'm Italian.
I'm Italian as well. What part?
Okay, my family is a small town called Dragonia by Naples.
Okay, by Naples.
So, yeah,
I'm Sicilian.
Okay, all right.
So we're the Sicilians, Napolitanos,
Yep.
you know, we got a thing.
Yeah, that must have been epic, that trip.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was 6 weeks all over Italy. It's kind of like the Stanley Tucci, travel show that's about food all over Italy, except for us, it's more about culture.
Yeah.
So we're going behind the scenes asking, like, why did they build these things? They'd be dead by the time it was done. Why did they build these things? And just understanding the ancient mind. Yeah, it was fun. It was really deep and profound.
I love that. We're going to Milan in a couple of weeks.
Ooh.
And one of the main reasons is to see The Last Supper, because we've always wanted to see that work of art.
Unbelievable.
And we're like, we just got to go.
You got to go. You got to go. You got to see the Duomo there, too.
Yeah, of course.
The Duomo's dude, the Duomo blew my mind. I got to the very top of the Duomo, and I recommend you go there. There's statues up there that are so beautiful and so intricate. If you're on the ground, you don't see that they have veins in their arms. And I asked our guide why it doesn't seem cost effective to put veins in the arms of statues that are hundreds of feet off the ground that no one will ever see. And he turned to me with a smile and he said, "Some things are for God only."
Oh, I like that.
And I went, whoa,
Yeah.
like that was the mind of the artists back then, that they literally were trying to chase something intangible. They're trying to touch something that you couldn't touch.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I love that. You got me psyched now. I can't wait to go. All right, enough about my trip.
Yes, sorry. We could talk forever about Milan.
I know. So people have been watching you for years, right? They think they know you. But of course, you live a real human life. You're not your characters you play.
Nope.
So to kick this off, I'm going to put my timer on for 30 seconds.
Love it.
And I want you to tell me who David Henrie is in 30 seconds.
Okay, I love
Are you
it.
up
This
for
is
the
exciting.
challenge?
Yes, let's
and
do
you will
it.
see my ready. Go.
First and foremost, I am a husband. I'm a father of 3. My main focus is on making myself and my family the best possible version of themselves. Then after that, I love my job. I love what I do. So my goal is to make entertaining and elevating content in front of the camera and behind the camera. And I'm running out of time. So that's it. No, family man, entertain, elevate, done.
Done. Well done. Okay, 30 on the spot.
Yes.
We're going to find out a lot more about you in this interview, but that was a pretty good tee
No,
up.
those are the things that matter.
That was a good tee up. I really, really enjoy that. Well, congratulations on everything going on in your life.
Thank you.
I mean, season 2 is out, of course, of Wizards Beyond Waverly Place. You have the travel show, a production company. I mean, there's so much happening, and I imagine it's all things you've wanted to see come to fruition at this point of your life.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly. It's one of those things that, you have in the back of your mind for a very long time, and then it all starts to happen, and it's like, all right, you got to keep this train on the tracks. So time allocation is really more important to me now than it's ever been. Just making sure that my life is on the right tracks. It's easy to get derailed. It's easy to say yes to too many people. That's something that I have to work on, is like, stop saying yes to so many things. Be more intentional, more specific.
Yeah.
And but it's good. I'm very grateful. There's a lot of good things going on right now.
Yeah. Well, the world fell in love with you through playing Justin Russo, right, in Wizards of Waverly, and it's a role that defined a generation, I feel like. I mean, when you think back to starting that role, what do you think of? What are you most fond of?
I talk about this with our current cast who are young kids, and they were asking me, like, what's it going to be like for us, and what was it like for you? And my response is always like, it's just different now. It's so different. Back then, you only had like 5 shows. I mean, the entire world of children watched 2 networks. It was like Disney and Nickelodeon, and that was really it. And on those networks, you only had a few shows. So it's like the whole world watched a few shows. Now, it's just, that's not it. Kids nowadays, you have a billion things to watch. It's like you have 20 different programs on YouTube, 100 different things you can watch on YouTube. And then there's, streaming platforms. So it's just, it's fragmented and different now, So back then, it really was like this, the last glimmer of the old ways, And in a lot of ways, there was this democratization of distribution platforms now, right? So everything has changed, but in a lot of ways, it's I feel like we're coming back to a center, and I think we're trying to capture a nostalgic spirit with this show, but at the same time invite kids into the sitcom experience that we had when we were younger. Sitcoms are a really beautiful thing. It's like problem and solution and always a good ending. And that's really good for society.
Yeah.
That like there's always a comically horrible problem in the beginning of the show, and then it works out.
Yeah.
And that's a nice message for life. And I think they've worked for 100 years. They need to keep working. So we're trying to bring that back now for a whole new generation, and seeing that still be relevant is very meaningful to me, like very meaningful. It makes me very happy to see that we're able to make a family show that can like touch kids' hearts. Like for instance, the episode that I got to direct this season is a Christmas episode, right? But under the current is this wonderful found family message that anyone out there who's adopted or who has found a family that wasn't their biological family is going to feel very recognized and appreciated. But on the surface, it just looks like a fun Christmas episode. But there's this heartbeat going throughout it that by the time it gets to the ending, hits you hard. Like that stuff motivates me, that I can make a kid who's feeling lonely out there feel loved and like put a blanket on that kid. That drives me. That makes me excited. So, sorry, that was kind of a long-winded answer there, but I get fired up by this stuff.
Yeah, I love it, man. I mean, it's that feeling of like nostalgia and coziness, and just you want to feel good, and we need more of that. We have plenty of content out there that's not that, and
yes,
there's a place for it for sure, but I love content like this, and it's so cool that it's been a part of your life for so long. I mean, you were 18 when you started?
Yeah. We did the pilot. I was 16 in the pilot.
16.
By the time I started going, I was like 17, almost 18, and then I was a baby. I'm 36 now. Yeah.
Man, growing up in such a public way, because the show, I mean, it just went crazy.
Yeah.
It spread like wildfire, and
Yeah,
you
that was nuts.
suddenly were just in the spotlight, growing up in front of everyone. Were there any challenges with that? Because I think if that were me, I don't know. I don't know how I would have handled that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You know, I was very fortunate that I had that I have good parents. A lot of kids who are growing up in the entertainment business, they want their kids to be the breadwinners, especially if you're a child actor, and it flips the parental dynamic. It's like the kid is suddenly the boss and the parents work for the kids.
Yeah.
And that creates a really bad environment. So then when temptation comes along, you're going to, follow the shiny object. And that's the tough part I found with a lot of my peers. I was so grateful that I had parents that just treated me like you'd treat a kid in a sport. It was like, as long as you're having fun, keep doing it. As long as you're doing well and having fun, keep doing it. But I always knew at any moment I could leave and that my parents didn't need me and that I didn't have to stay here to pay the bills. I was fortunate in that sense. But a lot of, I talk a lot to kid actors and to young people especially. And the number one thing I say is, it's all about the parenting. It's all about the parents. What are your motivations? And I talk to the parents too. It's like, what are your motivations in this with your kids? Like, is there anything in it for you, or are you just supporting your kid? Because the second that dynamic flips, man, I've seen it. I see it coming from a mile away too. I've seen it. It's like, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster. So thankfully, like, yeah, I was a knucklehead as a kid. I partied. I did stuff that, I'm not proud of now, but it never crossed the line in terms of it. Just, I always had a dad and a mom who would straighten me out.
Right.
And so it never crossed the line. But a lot of kids don't have that, man. But it's all the parenting, 100%.
So was there ever a moment where you wanted to quit or give up during that entire period?
There were moments where I was like, this is harder. I'm not having fun. And then we'd leave. We'd go back to Arizona, and it'd be like, I'm done. And then time would pass, and I'd be like, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. And then an opportunity would naturally come up. But I've always really loved this. Like, my grandfather was a storyteller. He immigrated here from Italy. And I just remember sitting at his feet. He'd be playing the guitar, telling stories. He was also a veteran, too. So he'd speak like broken foreign languages and be acting out his time at war. And he was a storyteller, and that was always in my blood to like captivate an audience. So like I genuinely love this stuff, and like this is it's in my DNA to want to do this. So I always come back.
And I like that you're, of course, an actor, but you're doing other things in the business as well,
Yes.
like flexing those creative areas that you've wanted to do for quite some time. And we'll get to some of that, of course. Did you ever think you would play this role again? I mean, did you want to? Did you dream about it, or did it just kind of happen?
It happened very organically and very naturally. Selena and I just, kept in touch over the years. She literally lived 2 blocks away from me. When I got married, she became good friends with my wife. And so the 3 of us would just hang out. She'd come over for dinners. We'd make food together. And we just talked about the show. We just talked about like, what are our characters doing? And what would they be doing now? And, oh, that's fun for you. And, oh yeah, my character could be doing that. What's Max up to? And we'd just be talking. And so these conversations kept going on and on over the years. And then eventually it was like, I have kids now. And I'm like, it's been like over a decade. Maybe we do a show. And Selena was like, now's the perfect time. Hell yeah. Like, this is when the world could use some positive, uplifting, unitive family values right now. Like, now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
And we pitched Disney, and originally it didn't work for them. We pitched them, and they liked the basic idea, but they said, you know what, there's some, higher strategies we're working on, so let's just pause on this for a bit. So I came back a year later, and I said, is now the right time? And they go, yes. Now is the perfect time. It all makes sense. Let's go. So we did a pilot. Pilot tested through the roof. And it's tough. How do you bring back something people really love? Like, that's a really tall order. And a lot of times it doesn't work. But our goal was like, give a hug to the original fan and invite them to bring in someone new. That was the goal. And Selena, I got to give her so much credit because she burnt the midnight oil to make sure the love from the original show is felt in this new show. She's on it, man. She's on it. I got to see a whole new side of her. She's just my friend and someone I literally grew up with. She was, our show was like school to us. Like, it was like our college and high school experience, and we were just like super tight. But to get to see her now work as a professional was so cool. I mean, she's literally on marketing calls with like 50 people, and she's got her little notebook there. She's got her glasses. She's like sitting in bed, like taking notes. And, and at the end of the call, she just takes over. She literally, the call is like everyone wraps up their part and Selena goes, okay, I have thoughts. And she sits up and just pulling out her notes, going through things, throwing out ideas. Like, she didn't have to be on that call. Like, that was not in her job description. She wants to be.
Yeah.
She's constantly saying, make sure I'm included in this. Make sure I'm included in that. I want to see this. I want to give notes on that. From the casting, I mean, she helped pick our main girl. When I showed her the different girls, she saw Janice and she was like, that's it. That's it. Yeah, it's cool. I give her so much credit because, like, she's poured a lot of love in this, and I think the fans feel her love.
Yeah. It's passion, man. When you have passion, you want to make it the best damn thing you can.
Yeah, you're not going to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of her way.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
She gets it done.
Well, that's awesome. And thank God, because people are resonating. They wanted this. To your point, the world needs something like this right now. So when you played your character again for the first time after all these years, what in the world does that feel like?
Dude, it was nuts. Because when you're building it, right, when you're building this thing in your mind and you're hiring people and you're writing the script and you're setting it up, there's almost like no time to think because there's just so much going on in all directions. There's so much to set up. I remember, though, I got in hair and makeup, and it was like the moment now to finally shoot. This is like years in the making, and it had been over a decade since the last time I actually did this. And like right before the moment I was about to shoot, I was just hit with nerves. Mm-hmm. And I took a little selfie video and I posted it not too long ago, and I was like, I just want everyone to know my internal state right now. Like, I am very nervous. Like, I'm hit with so much nerves, and I think it's because I care a lot, and I want to get this right for you guys, and I want it to go well. So something about that took the nerves away because I was just like, I'm almost going to confess. Like, I'm just going to tell everyone how nervous I am. And that was therapeutic. That helped me just realize, you know what, it's because you really care. And then I took a big, deep breath, and then I was like, I'm just going to go out there and do my best. I'm going to absolutely try my hardest. And I remember the first scene that I did was just like the door opens and I walk into the first scene in the script. And I just felt there. I felt there. The second the door opened, all the nerves went away, and I was like, it's go time. And I popped right back into it. I think I've become more Justin the longer I live, like I'm more and more my original character. I care about responsibility. I care about my kids. Like, yeah, I'm him. So I just trusted my instincts, and thankfully it worked out really well.
How cool that you get the opportunity to revisit something that is so meaningful. That's not the norm in the business, right?
No.
And you're doing it. And I get the impression you want to do this for as long as you can.
That's, yes, 100%. That's me. Like, I have in my mind, what is a clearly defined goal. Like, I was that little kid sitting in the movie theater, just mesmerized, in awe. And it was the same feeling I had at my grandfather's feet, listening to him tell stories and like hold court with my whole family. It's this magical feeling. And that motivates me to want to do that for another kid. And I've gotten to meet people all over the world that have been touched by things that I've made. And I'm like, yeah, man, that motivates me. That gets me excited. I live for that moment. I live for that moment. Seeing someone take something in that I've helped be a part of that like means something to them, I can live on that feeling the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. And it means, like, to your point, it means a lot to someone, right?
Yes.
And it's the light they need in a crazy world.
100%. That's what it is. I didn't realize it even when we were making the original show, but getting to like travel around the world, people had told me really moving stories. Things like I was in a really dark time and I was contemplating very scary things in my head, and your show happened to be on, and I just sat down, I plopped down, and I watched it. And it was light that I needed that took me away. It was a laugh that I needed that took me out of that place in my head, and then I forgot about those scary feelings. And it helped me. I mean, for real, Selena and I have had some like really moving encounters with young people all over the world, and you just don't realize it when you're doing it.
Yeah.
But then, in hindsight, it's cool. You don't realize the effect, the domino effect. So.
And it's still fulfilling for you, and you're getting to do other things like directing, which you mentioned, which
Yes.
is such a boss move, like to be like, I'm gonna just go direct, and I know you've probably studied it and have had experiences throughout the years, of course, with it, but to now see it in this Christmas episode that you mentioned, I mean, that is a new territory for you. How do you not let those little fun things I like to call anxiety and fear and, trepidation, like, stop you from doing it?
Yes. It's a great question, because yes, it's a lot, and everyone's looking at the director at every second for another answer, and it's a lot. So for me, I had directed single cam before, so the movies that I directed were single cam, indie atmosphere, high pressure. So to me, I wasn't afraid of this because I'd been in a crazier environment before. Because when you're shooting a TV show, it's all in one location. And when you're shooting a movie, every day you could be in a different location. It's just a very different atmosphere. So to me, I was like, this is one location. I feel good about this. I have a way of touching everything that I need to touch all in one place. So I felt confident going into it. And I just done so many episodes as an actor. And I always took mental notes of different directors. I was always like, this person did this really well. Oh, I love the way this person blocked. Oh, this person has a great way of communicating. I don't like the way this person communicated. I'm not going to talk to the kids like that. So like, I brought all of those experiences to the table, and it went well. Like little things too. Like I know as an actor, when I hear "cut" yelled, I'm always wondering, why did we cut? And Video Village, where the director is like 50 feet away. So it's like it's a distance away where I can't look over and like see what they're talking about. So cut for actors can be nerve-wracking because it's like, did I screw up? What did I do? What's going on? So when I directed, I was like, cut, and I'd always call out to the actors why I was cutting to take the tension out of the room. It's like, cut, camera problem, hold on, be back. And the actors would get to relax for a minute. Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm not coming in and being, corrected. Just little things like that. I knew how to make the actors feel comfortable. And yeah, it was a blessing.
I like that you do that because so much of the time people don't get feedback.
Yes.
And it's like you should just want to know the why behind something,
100%.
Right?
Yes. Exactly right. That we want to be understood.
Yeah.
And like a lot of times as an actor, someone will come in and just give you the note and walk away. And it's like, it just takes a little more effort to give you the note behind the note.
Yeah.
It's just a little more effort.
Yeah.
And I totally focused on the why. And a lot of times it's like, I just want something different. And you could just say that. It's like, hey, so I would always come in and be like, we got that take. Good. You gave me exactly what I wanted. I want an alternative.
Yeah.
So now I want you to try it this way. Where most directors will come in and give you the this way. They'll come in and be like, do A, B, and C, and then they leave. And it's like, no, just tell them, like, we got what we got. I want something different now. So you didn't do bad before. I want something different.
Well, it's clear that you're invested in how people feel as well. And it's not just the job. It's like, I want people to actually feel good who are in my orbit, who I'm working with, who I'm friends with, you know, and even hearing how you so beautifully spoke about Selena and her work ethic.
Yes.
You know, that shows that you care about that stuff. And it's so cool that you guys have maintained a friendship for all these years, because in our business, it's not always easy. And you're on set with somebody and you're best friends, and then you don't talk, and
it's crazy.
People lose, you know, they don't want to make the effort, or so it's like, what was that? But you guys really have maintained this amazing friendship. I mean, how has that evolved for you over the years?
It's a great question, because isn't it crazy how you can go do a project with someone and you're the best of friends? You're like, I've done so many projects where I've worked with people and I'm like, this is a friend for life. Like, and then it just, you go home.
Then you're like, why are they not texting me back?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what happened?
Yeah. And you just like disappear. You just fade away.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy. All actors have that experience, by the way. I've had beers with so many actors where it's like, yeah, we all had that experience. You hit it off at some foreign location. You're in a foreign place, and then you just leave and you never talk again. It's so weird. But with Selena and I don't know, man. We always had this like family thing. There's something a little deeper. There's something a little more meaningful there, because it was such a coming of age experience for us both, you know, like it was our high school, it was our college, like all in one. So yeah, we just have this deeper thing that like, and I think her in particular, like anyone who's in her category, it's hard to make friends. It's so hard to make friends because everyone wants something from you. People don't even realize they want something from you, but they do want something from you. And she has a close-knit circle of a few of us that are people that she can go to that have been like, and I've been there for her before anything, right? Like before she had anything. So she just knows, like, for better or for worse, I'm going to give it to her straight.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
That's valuable.
Yeah. Whatever the thing is, right? Like, so sometimes she wouldn't come to me on things because she knows what she's going to get from me, but a lot of times she does. And it's been a beautiful friendship. And now seeing her and my wife like get along and have that girl connection is like super cool.
When like your partners bond and actually love each other?
100%.
When you have someone meaningful in your life and they love each, like that's the best feeling ever.
Yes, I totally agree. It does something to you. It makes you feel like I picked a good person.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, your soulmate is hitting it off with someone you really care for.
Yeah.
And that's awesome to see. Awesome. Yeah.
That's really cool. It's also like a brother and sisterhood too, right? Like
Totally.
when you're with somebody for that long, it's beyond a friendship. It's like it's family. I mean, it's family.
Exactly right. That's how it feels. That she, you know, she can wear her pajamas over to my house and feel like she's like, yeah, part of the family. 100%.
Did you get emotional at the wedding?
So I'm emotional because I have to tell you I wasn't able to go.
Oh, you weren't able to go.
It was really heartbreaking. I have a project I'm going to be announcing soon. I was out of the state and there was just literally no way I could get back. We talked all about the wedding. I gave her my best advice. Someone told me on my wedding day, David, take 1 minute, hold your spouse's hand, and just look at the room. And this is like literally my only memory that I have from my wedding because it was so crazy. There's, you know, weddings are nuts.
Yeah.
There's so many things going on.
Yeah.
And like I took that minute, like right before dinner started, my wife and I were sitting at the table, and I go, this is our minute. We held hands and we just looked at the room and took everything in. Oh yeah, so-and-so's there. And I'm glad my grandparents are here. And like we took the whole room in. I still know where everyone's seated in my mind. I can see it. So I said, yeah, just take your minute, you know, and just like look, take everything in. Because her wedding, you know, in particular is just going to be, you know, off the charts. But yeah, I'm so heartbroken. I couldn't.
That's good advice, though. That's really good advice. Weddings go fast. I
mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm going to be 10 years in April married.
Wow.
But I still remember every little piece.
Nice.
Because we took it in.
Yes.
We took it in, you know?
So smart.
Yeah.
So smart, right? Because it is so much going on in all directions that, like, how are you going to remember these things?
Yeah. I know we joke. We're like, we need another one because I feel like I did miss quite a lot, right? I look at pictures. I'm like, what was going on there? And why wasn't I in that conversation?
100%.
You know?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, on your take a big 50th. Do it on the 50th.
There we go. That would be fun. You strike me as someone who gives really good advice, and you because you seem to care, you seem to genuinely have an interest in people, which I do too. Is why I began the show. And I'm curious, is there a piece of advice you wish you were given when you were that 18-year-old as a Disney star that you didn't get, that you would pass on to other generations?
That's a really good question. That's a really deep question. Lots of things come to mind. I wish someone grabbed me at that age and really forced me to say, hey, I want you to get a mentor in your life. I want you to find a mentor, and I want this person to be everything that you hope to be in life, someone you really respect. That's not your family. And I want you to spend time with this mentor. I wish someone would have given me a mentor, because now as I've gotten older, I seek that out, and I seek out wisdom from guys that and women that I really respect. And that has meant a lot to me. I've learned so much from mentorship, and I really wish as a young person, someone would have said, like, hey, you need a mentor, find a mentor. And that would have, what's great about a mentor is they've lived it. Yeah. They've just lived it. And they can give you 30 years of what you're about to go through in whatever your field is in a second. They can just sit down with you and tell you the principles that will help you weather the storms and will save you a lot of heartache. So I wish someone would have sat down and given me a mentor and said, find a mentor. Really find it. You must find a mentor.
I think that's so valuable in this day and age, especially with social media and the disconnection happening so much in our world.
Yes.
It's nothing beats, human to human connection and learning from somebody, not learning from your phone. I mean, yes, you can learn from your phone, but like not relying on only that, but relying on someone who has actually lived it.
Yes. ChatGPT cannot be your mentor.
Oh, no.
ChatGPT cannot be your mentor. Okay.
No.
You're being mentored by a real person.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can sit down have a cup of coffee, have a glass of wine, whatever it is, like on a regular basis, check in with this person and tell them exactly how your life's going, be brutally honest. And, the wisdom that I've learned from guys, especially in regard to marriage too, it doesn't just mean professionally, like personally too. Like, I don't mean business mentor, although that's great, but like more personal, like someone who's someone who is wise, someone who has wisdom they can give you.
I like that. And it's so important. I like, especially getting older, you want to surround yourself with people who reflect your values, right?
Yes.
And like who you are inspired by and motivated by, and you're like, oh my God, they make me a better friend or husband or whatever, right?
Yes.
Like it's so important.
100%. Because whether we realize it or not, we're constantly being mentored by the world. Yeah. So the world is just going, no, especially the phones like you were just talking about. We're constantly being bombarded, and you got to clear that clutter. And a mentor can help be the knife that cuts through that and helps you go, if I don't take control of my life, the way the world, the algorithm is, it's going to take control of me. So like, a mentor I think is ultimately important in this day and age.
100%. You clearly like to put out messages that matter and shape the world as much as you can in a positive way, right? And that's 100%. What mentors do. That's what you do through your work. You have a production company.
Yes.
What kinds of things do you want to do with that company? What stories do you want to tell? I know your faith is very important to you. Do you want to do more faith-based programming? What interests you?
Yeah. I really see, I want to make stuff for my family, for my children. I really see an underserved audience in the family, in the faith, and in the value space. I think there's not a lot out there for them. And I think the past 10 years has just been crazy for the world, right? Mm-hmm. And I think especially during the pandemic, parents were sitting down with their children and watching shows that they were watching, and people were like, what is going on? Like, maybe this doesn't necessarily reflect my values. And so I think there's this massive problem that I'm trying to solve with our content of just going back to unitive content, just going back to themes that brings the world together. And that I feel like there was more of a common culture in the, when I was growing up, we could all sit down and watch things, and it was just good for everybody. So we just want to make old stories new. That's why we named our company Novo. So it means new in Latin. So we just want to take old timeless themes and represent them and make them new again. So we have some really exciting things that we're working on I can tell you a little bit about. We're making a kids show, an animated show for kids called Halo Heroes, which is like a time travel show, kind of like Wishbone or Wildcrats, where you go back in time and you visit a historic saint. So like people have heard of Valentine's Day, Patrick's Day, Christmas. They don't know the real stories there. Like there are crazy, intense adventures that I want to go on with these saints. And so it's an animated show that goes back in time and travels with them. We're actually doing it with Jonathan Rumi, who's Jesus in The Chosen. Yeah. And we're excited for that because we think there's a universe of great stories out there, faith stories, that haven't been told. Like Valentine was like kind of a badass, like shucking and jiving through catacombs. It was illegal to marry people then. Like he was running from authorities. Like he's kind of a badass. So like I want to tell that epic adventure of Valentine or Nicholas, Saint Nicholas. He literally got in a fight with a guy at the Council of Nicaea and like punched a guy in the face. Like his nose was broken because he was persecuted. Like there's some incredible harrowing stories out there. It's not Hallmark cards and lollipops. Like there's some really cool stories. So I'm excited for that. There's a few different things we're doing as well. We're I can't announce that one yet. But anyways, yes, there's some really exciting things we're working on.
That is so cool.
Thank you, man.
I'm invested already. I want to watch it now.
Let's go.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Good for you. I love to see you light up when you talk about it. And you've done that throughout the whole interview, talking about Wizards and the new series of it and this, and it's so cool to see the passion behind what you do, because we all hope for that in life, right? We all hope for it. And if even people listening who feel like they don't have it with what they're doing now, hopefully there's a creative outlet or another way to feel that, because it's such a beautiful thing.
Totally agreed. I think we've all been given a talent. Yeah. All of us have been given a talent. And it's like, how do we find an access and utilize that? Sometimes it can be your job or a hobby. But like we all have a talent, and it's like you get peace when you are exercising that thing.
100%. Oh man, David, I feel like I could talk to you for hours.
I love it.
But in the interest of getting you out, you're a busy man, busy and booked. I wrap up every interview with a question based off the title of the show, which is, I've never said this before. And it was born because I cover a lot of red carpets and junkets, and you just don't get a lot of time with people. And I'm all about real, human to human interaction and connection. And I think that's where you get the most beautiful moments out of these conversations. So I ask every guest, what is one thing you've never said before? Whatever that means to you, however you interpret it, it's a chance for you to just say something that you want to say.
I love it. I think it's a great question. I think we're going to see, I thank you for this question, because I think we're going to continue to see an increase in unplugging, I think, as time continues to evolve here. I think unplugged trends are going to grow. I think you're going to see unplugged parties and unplugged social gatherings and unplugged bars and all sorts of things popping up, because like I think it's really dangerous how plugged in we are. So it's awesome that you want to do that you recognize that and you want to plug in. The thing that I would say is, there's a couple things. One is personal, one is like more of a business thing. I haven't told anyone this yet, but I'm writing a children's book, which I'm really excited about. My 4-year-old son, he comes up to me and pesters me with one question specifically, and pesters the wrong word because I find it adorable and it was good, but he peppers me with this question all the time. Is God bigger than? Fill in the blank. Like literally just the other day, he knew I was coming here and he goes, Papa, is God bigger than New York City? And it cracks me up, but it's a smile on my face every time. Yeah. Is God bigger than a dinosaur? Is God bigger than this much? Like he just constantly is hitting me with, is God bigger than? And it just came to me one day. I was like, that's a kid's book. And like, what a beautiful way to teach your kids about God. It is God bigger than, fill in the blank. So we're doing a kid's book called Is God Bigger Than? I wrote it with my wife. And we rhyme in a response. So the response is rhymed. And then at the very end of the response, we put a little Bible verse. But we don't say what the Bible verse is. We just say the Bible verse. Psalm such and such, or the gospel of this. And at the very end of the book, there's a note to the reader from my wife and I. And we said, hey, hope you enjoyed the book. Turn this into a Bible study with your kids. So grab a Bible, go to the image they liked, go to the verse, and open it up and read it with your kids. And sit down there and take it in. So we're so excited about this because we think it's a way that you can really have fun with your kids first and foremost. The book's fun. It's silly. Is God bigger than New York City? Is God bigger than the biggest dinosaur?
Yeah.
But then it starts to shift. Like, is God bigger than my fears? And if God is that big, how can he hear me? So it actually starts to get a little deep, and hopefully ends on an emotional note. So I'm really, really excited about that. Yeah, really excited. I haven't told anyone about that. So
When does that one come out?
we're aiming for Christmas next year.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll get it a little earlier, but we're aiming for Christmas next year. It's called the Is God Bigger Than series.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Good for you. You keep surprising us. What can't you do at this point? What can't you do, man? God, am I feeling inadequate sitting across from you?
No.
Oh my God, that's awesome, David. Like I said, I'm super psyched for all your success and everything you have going on. And Wizards Beyond Waverly Place Season 2 is out now. Everybody go stream it over and over again. And I can't wait to see what you keep doing, man.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.